We are soon going back to Denmark for just a week, and I've been wanting to make this watering system for all my bonsai trees and plants in pots for quite a while now. But now we're getting close. We're going home in the beginning of May, so I have 1 month to build it, which should be plenty. But I want to get started now. I want to make it from bamboo, so it's kind of natural looking and part of the essence of the garden here in our small garden where we live. So yeah, that's this video. Yep. Right now I want to organize all the trees as if the watering system was done, to see how much room I actually need to make and how big the watering system. I want to make the watering system sort of like it's raining, so it's as good conditions as possible for the trees. And I want to organize all my trees in this rectangle so I can see how big I need to make the watering system. So that's what I'm going to do now. So place them all here. The heavy ones I'm not going to move, I'm just going to measure how much room they will take up, and maybe place some of the smaller trees on top of the big ones, because they'll get the water anyways. I don't know if you can hear it from the chainsaw in the background here, but after me chopping these bamboos in half, they are doing this sound. It's pretty cool. I think it's from drying because there is still a lot of moist in them when they're whole. It's a funny sound. I am in a bit of a pickle with my watering system here, because every time I drill, I've drilled all these small holes in the bamboo, and once I drill the hole on the other side, it flushes like this, so water can't run through it because the holes are so small. So I gotta find a method to remove all these flushes from each and every piece of these bamboos for the watering system. A little bit frustrating, because I thought I was almost done. Just had to. I tried with sandpaper. It didn't really work out. So yeah, gotta figure something out. Because if I have to do it with the finger instead of remove it, I don't know how long that's gonna take. You could say I should have done this from the beginning. Well, you have to do stuff to figure stuff out. This would have been way easier instead of wasting 2 hours sitting with your hand removing the flushes. And now it is time for the big test. The water should have no problems running through the holes I made in the bamboo and removing all the stuff that blocked the holes underneath, as I just did. So there should be no problems now. There's a lot of problems. Why is it not running through now? Yeah, obviously I didn't remove the stuff blocking it on this, the leader where the water runs, so I need to do that as well. I am starting to feel this will never work. That's a lot of days wasted, you know. Boom, boom. What to do? I think I'll try to clear these rings, you know, where the rings where there's this kind of new growth on the bamboo, and see if that solves the problem. Just a little status on the watering system. I got the water flowing very good, and each piece of bamboo gets its share of water once you put it down. The problem is, once it gets to the smaller rails here, the water goes through and then continues going down underneath the rail and not drip down where the hole is. So I figured out yesterday that I have to make a lot of small sticks and then stick them through the holes, and this way the water has a place to drip. So that's gonna be hopefully the last thing I need to do before I can stand up the watering system over these bonsai trees, so I can begin to see the end. I have now made hundreds of these small sticks, which I talked about. I'm gonna put into the all the small holes so the water actually drips from it. So that's what I'll be spending my next hour on, or more. Now it's time to see if my small sticks everywhere in the rails actually work. It's gonna be exciting. Fingers crossed. Come on. Seems to be working. Finally. Alright. Now I just need to build the legs, put it over the plants, and then it's done. Amazing. I have fixed the dripping of the Pergola watering system. I figured out it's gonna look like a pergola, so I'm just gonna call it that from now on. My small sticks is working, it's dripping and all that. Now I'm just gonna move all my bonsai trees here so it's clear, and if I drop anything, I'm not gonna ruin any of them. Yeah, and just a general cleanup of our garden so I have the room to work. I thought I was done with the watering system Pergola, but apparently I'm not, because way too much water runs out and gets to waste and doesn't really rain down upon where the trees are supposed to stand. Also here runs, also right here, the upper channel, there runs out a lot of water, so you don't want that. That's just wasted here. So I'm gonna make the holes bigger. I think I'm gonna let you see the epic fail here before I correct it, so you can see my problems along the way. I'm gonna turn it on. The first thing you notice is all the water running out here. You don't want that. And then here in the end, also way too much water. So I need to make the holes bigger. It's almost still dry in the middle, which is not the point. I actually think it's working now. No water is spilling out here in the ends, and no water is spilling out at the top rail up here, the top guidance channel for the water. What I did, I made the holes a lot bigger, both in the small ones here and the big one on top, and to make sure no water runs out right down in the ends, I made a gigantic hole, so all the leftover water from that got past all the first holes, it runs out in the big one down here. So get ready, because it's working. It's raining! I did it! I had this little idea when I was walking around looking at my new Pergola watering system, that I lose a lot of water because I have to have a certain pressure on the water. It runs out over the edges, so why not just take the old part and put it on top? That should stop the water from that should stop me from losing all the water. So I think I'll do that. So I made 9 of these bamboo tubes. I hollowed them out, and they're for the 9 rails here that has excess water running out of them. And I've given up on fixing it because I think the rain underneath the pergola is sufficient now. So I'm going to use the leftover water like so and make 9 rails that goes to a particular plant. I think I'm going to take the big trees, and each and every one of them will get 1 bamboo tube and get the water there through, and then it won't be as crowded as I had expected underneath the pergola. So actually it's pretty good. Right now I'm just gonna mark up the rails which need the extensions where there's leftover water, so that's what I'm gonna do. I need to turn it on before I can see which ones are the ones I need to use. This technique seems to be working. Just gotta apply it everywhere here. Done! Finally! Now I just need to figure out this little feller. And then we are good to go on vacation. Back home to Denmark. So that is it for this video. Fantastic.